right, first meal of the day, breakfast, I guess. It's 11 o'clock, but I hit the gym a little earlier today and didn't eat before. Usually I recommend eating something. I wasn't able to, so I just drank some water. I got a lot of stuff to do today, but we're gonna go through my day and I'm gonna show you what meals I eat and how I'm able to fit them in my macros. So I'll show you what the macros are for each meal and you'll kind of see how I make them to give you hopefully some ideas. So for breakfast, we got 2 breakfast burritos. It's going to have spinach, grilled peppers and onions, egg whites, mushrooms, cheese, tortillas, all the good stuff. So stay tuned, we're gonna make that right now. All right, so to make the actual egg scramble for the burritos, we're gonna do a serving of egg whites. So a serving here is 46 grams, and then we're just gonna do 1 whole egg. So we're gonna weigh that out. Usually I do 2 egg white servings, but for today I just didn't need the extra protein. So we got our sauteed vegetables. I'm about to put the egg in, scramble it all up. We also got some cheese here. So I got 14 grams, which is half a serving of, once again, great value, low moisture part skim mozzarella cheese. It's the finely shredded kind because to me it just looks like you get a lot more, even though it's the same weight. So when it comes to cheese, you'll see some fat-free versions. There are some things that, okay, you can taste that are like part skim, part whatever. You know, the part skim mozzarella, it's lower in fat, and it tastes all the same to me. So you decide if you don't like it, get the real thing. Just be aware of how much you're having. I also get like taco blend cheese that's higher in fat. You can make it work no matter what you get. Sometimes they have fat-free shredded cheese, Kraft does. I haven't seen that in a long time, but I used to get that when I was low on fats. I'd use that. I do see Walmart has still fat-free sliced cheese, and I usually do get that and put it on burgers and like grilled cheese. So when it comes to cheese, it's really up to you. If you like the real thing, get the real thing. If you can not really taste the difference, then get the fat-free if it's available to you. All right, so we got our scramble cooking here. I'm gonna scramble it all up, add some cheese, and then we're gonna put it in our burritos. So our scramble's ready. I'm gonna put them on the tortillas. I showed you guys these tortillas in the nutrition overview video when I mentioned fiber. These are the same ones, so they're very high in fiber. And I get to have 2 of these. So when I planned out my macros, I was able to have 2. You know, if you're not that hungry and you don't have as many carbs to play around with, then opt for 1. You can still get a lot out of it with just 1 tortilla. But if you are hungry and you can, 2. Important to know how to fold these because we're gonna put them back on the stove top. So take it all to one side, kind of like this. You're gonna fold in the sides, and then you're just gonna wrap around. And that's how you wrap it. And then we're just gonna throw them on here, toast each side, and good to go. There, got 2 breakfast burritos, all right? You can put some ketchup, if you like ketchup on your breakfast burrito. I don't know if that's weird. Salsa, remember to account for those macros. But here's the macro breakdown for both of those burritos. So serving size for this would be 2. If you're only gonna have 1, it would be half of this. But that's gonna be my first meal for the day. Super good. So for one of my snacks today, I'm going to be having cereal. I do this when my carbs are higher. Right now, I'm kind of in this muscle gaining phase, so I have higher carbs, and when I need more carbs that are low in fat, I usually choose things like beans, rice cakes, and cereal. Cereal's usually really low in fat and higher in carbs. Today I'm gonna do Frosted Flakes, Walmart edition, and then I'm just gonna add some unsweetened almond milk vanilla flavoring here. So I get about a serving of this, which is 41 grams, and then 120 milliliters of the almond milk, okay? That's stack 1. Still get to enjoy the things that I love to. So Just got back from another workout, worked on some client programming and stuff, and now I'm going to have my lunch. So for lunch, I've been on this chicken nugget kick, an air fryer chicken nugget recipe, and it is so good. Very high protein, lower in fat, and lower in carbs than most chicken nuggets. Usually I actually just go to Walmart and get their Great Value frozen nuggets, and that works for me some of the time when I need, extra fats or extra carbs and I want chicken nuggets. But this recipe I've been having for probably like the past 4 or 5 days straight. Really good chicken nuggets, and if you have an air fryer, I highly suggest you try it out, okay? The recipe contains, for the amount I'm making 6 ounces of chicken worth. So 6 ounces of just chicken breast, and then about 14 grams of this all-purpose flour. You put that in a bowl and you mix it up with any of your favorite seasonings. I like to use, like I said, the dollar store sriracha salt seasoning. So I mix those two together, put it in a bowl. Then I get another bowl, as you can see right here, crack an egg in it for an egg wash. And then another bowl of about, for this serving size, I did 25 grams of panko breadcrumbs. So these are the ones I buy. I honestly think this is from the dollar store. I buy a lot of stuff from the dollar store. So those 3 things, and then I'll show you how you dip it and make it and put it in the air fryer. It's really good. Okay, so as you can see, I have my cut up chicken breast here. It's 6 ounces. I'm just gonna show you the process I use to make the actual chicken tenders, okay? So you're gonna have your left hand as the dry hand, you're gonna have your right hand as the wet hand, otherwise things get really messy really quick. So you're gonna take your little chunk of chicken breast with your dry hand, you're gonna put it in the flour, get it all nice and floured up, and then you're gonna drop it in the egg wash. Then you're gonna take your right hand, the wet hand, and you're gonna soak it in the egg wash. Then you're gonna put it in the panko breadcrumbs. You're gonna take your dry hand, layer it in the breadcrumbs, and then you're good, and then it's ready. Now when you're finished with all that, you're gonna put it in the air fryer for 360 degrees for about, I do it for 12 to 15 minutes, and I flip halfway through, make sure all the sides are crispy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See, I have all my chicken breasts and they're ready to go and in the oven, in the air fryer, I mean. Look of the nuggets all spread out in the air fryer. We're just gonna pop them in and turn up the time. We got chicken nuggets. I'm gonna add a little bit of sauce. I'll show you what I use. So again, I'll be using, that sugar reduced ketchup, so it's only 1 gram. I'll have like probably a serving of this. I also like to use this barbecue sauce. You can find it at Walmart or pretty much any stores now. It's sugar-free, G. Hughes. I like the sweet and spicy kind, but he has a couple different ones. I also know he has a honey mustard. And then Chick-fil-A sauce, because I can't help myself. So a serving is 31 grams. Today I'm gonna have 14 grams, and that's where a majority of my fat from this meal is gonna come from. But the macros for just the nuggets are right here, and then the macro for the whole meal is shown. Right, so we got another meal. Totally forgot to film it for you guys, but I wanna make sure you get this. It's a mac and cheese that I made, and I just adjusted, how much pasta I was getting according to what kind of carbs I needed. I used Alfredo sauce from Walmart. That's pretty good on fats. Some grilled chicken breasts, some spinach, some mushrooms. It's delicious. I will film how to make it, but just for today's purposes, I made this. Macros are going to be shown to my side here for the meal. I'm so sorry that you guys didn't get to see how I made it, but you will eventually. All right, Now we're gonna have a little nightcap, my last meal, snack. Gonna be a little bit higher in carbs, some fat, but what it is these chocolate rice cakes. So there's plenty of different flavors. I use these because I get a sweet tooth. I like the chocolate ones. There's caramel ones, white cheddar. But these are the chocolate ones. I'm gonna have 2 of these, and then I'm going to mix it with chocolate PB2. Now PB2 is just a powdered peanut butter, so it saves on fats. Only 1 gram of fat per serving versus like 14. So if you're looking for a low fat option, something that tastes like peanut butter, this one's chocolate, so it's a little bit more like Nutella. You just mix it with some water in a cup, and then I spread it on the chocolate rice cake. So I get 2 of these, and that's going to be my nightcap and my last little meal here. So here's the macros for that. And then I'm gonna show you how close I got to my macro targets for the day. Now the day is done, I'm getting ready for bed. Here are my final macros. Looks like I got pretty close. My goals for carbohydrates were 223 grams. My goals for fat was 54 grams, and my goal for protein was 137 grams. So you can see I stayed within 5 grams of each. I usually, like I mentioned in previous videos, I like to plan my day out beforehand. So what I ate today, I actually planned that out last night and got it as close as possible. That way today, all I had to do was make the food and eat it. Sometimes I make adjustments, but this just helps you have a game plan. It helps you stick to that game plan a lot more so that you are consistent and able to, hit your macros and reach your goals. I hope this information was helpful. You can always refer back. I hope you got some great ideas and you took something away from this.